You can protect the inheritance that you leave to an irresponsible child by creating an inheritance trust for them and naming someone else as the trustee. We can give the trustee discretion over what the money should be spent on and how it should be managed. The child would have the ability to access that money for education, medical expenses, and food and shelter, but anything above and beyond that is up to the trustee. If you don't have an inheritance trust and you leave money to a minor, the court will appoint a conservator for the minor. If you have an inheritance trust for the minor, you can determine who would be in control of those assets. Inheritance trusts aren't just for the wealthy. If you want to leave any amount of money to someone who you feel is not responsible enough to handle it, you should use an inheritance trust. And we include 2 inheritance trusts complementary with our revocable living trust package. Doesn't cost you any more, but we can control where those assets go and make sure that the inheritance you've worked hard for is not wasted. We have extensive experience helping our clients who want to leave an inheritance to an irresponsible child. Sometimes the child is just an adult who has never really learned how to manage money, and sometimes it's someone who has drug or alcohol problems. But whatever the reason, if you don't want them to be left money directly and potentially have it disappear overnight, we can create an inheritance trust for you to protect those assets. During your initial consultation, we'll want to gather some basic information and also some information on the person you want to leave an inheritance to. And we'll need to figure out at what point they might be responsible enough to handle their own assets. And if they never will be, we'll need to figure out who their trustee should be and what powers the trustee has to distribute those assets.